Hey everybody. So let's catch up. Today, the wing outer panels for the upper wing are completely laid up, ready to be peeled off the board. So let's get to that and see what we've got. Let's see how that looks. Oh yeah, all right. So, and remember the way I like to peel these off is with a piece of piano wire. Typically, let me see if I have a typical piece. There's something here. Here we go. Alright, so you just take a short length. You want to pull the pins on a grenade. Start with the ones that are toward me. Just pull all of them. Ones that are facing this away, south if you like map orientation, versus the north facing ones. We're not oriented north to south, but just as a map reference, right? And then after that's done, you pluck all the other ones, the north facing ones. I don't know why I do it that way, it's just the way I do it. I don't care how anybody else does it. I don't care if you use pins. I don't care if you ever build a balsa model in your life. Ultimately, it's up to you. And we just tuck this under the corner like so, and apply equal and even pressure down the line. Oops, bumped the camera. And until we're clear across, and that will always break free any of the adhesive that might have gone through to the plastic wrap, saran wrap, or whatever you want to call it. And then you got your there's your completed wing. You got your wing panel right there. I went ahead and put this away when I still have one more to do. So let's go ahead and pluck the other one off the board. Let's go this way now. There. Pull the pins. These wings are pretty simple design. There's only one stringer on a cord like this, a cord width or a wing width like this. That is minimal, at least. I've never laid up a wing this wide or long for that. These are about 14 inches long, each panel, with just one stringer. And I'm not going to add any more. Remember my rule, I like to follow the kit plan and in deference to the designer, engineer, architect, whoever is responsible for creating this model kit, and follow that lead. So that's what I do. So here we are with our two, oh, I didn't peel it off yet. Getting way ahead of myself. Alright, here we go. Roll it under the corner. Oops, did I go under the, okay, then there we go. And the reason this is ideal is it's not very high, so you're not going to risk fracturing or cracking a trailing edge or a rib or separating one of these bonds, because this is such a low profile. It just slides across under the wing, really without any inflection at all. So that's why it's ideal. So I'm going to check the wings real quick, make sure we got a nice flat, equality under the law, what we're all striving for now. Very important that our wings are equal to. It's vital to a good structure, social or otherwise. So here we go. We have our, yeah, look at that. That's pretty nice. They're identical, right? I'm going to get a sense of how they are going to look on the airplane. Let me pull the airplane over. Make sure we're not sitting on anything like this and that. And we have our wing center section here. We'll just pop that in real quick, so we can get a sense of how things are going to fall together. here's our airplane. Here's our wing panel. You see that's gonna mate up there real nice. Right, we want a little bit of dihedral, about that much, no more than that. We don't want the wing way up here, we don't want it flat and straight, and we certainly don't want anhedral. Anhedral is when the wing is deflected downward. Dihedral is when it's deflected slightly upward. And a zero incidence would be a straight across. And this airplane had just a low degree of incidence here. I think it was 10 degrees off zero, 10 degrees of incidence, but don't quote me on that. The aircraft calls for an 1 7/8" dihedral, and 1 7/8" would be measured from the bottom of the wing center section to the wing tip. The difference in altitude or elevation there, it would be 1 7/8". But I'm not concerned with that. What I want is equal dihedral representation of about a 10-degree deflection. Something like about that. Okay? So I'll work on that while you do what you're doing. First will be infill, obviously. We're going to do the underside first. Get that nice and flat. And then we'll work on our on the upper surface. And yeah, typically I think what I'll do with these is secure the leading edge first, since that's easiest. And then work on those long sections from the stringer to the trailing edge. Right? We'll get this. We'll get these wings laid up, and not laid up, but infilled, and start working on prepping them for paint, and alternating back and forth between the center section piece and getting this prepped, and the wing panels, getting them prepped. Once all of that is done and prepped and ready, before I assemble the wing, I'm going to put together the tailplane, the horizontal stabilizer and rudder elevator, and get that installed. Get a little bit of a fillet around that, and then we'll build the wing to the airplane, and then we'll work on the cabane struts after that. Before the cabanes are installed, we'll do the painting, and then install the cabane struts, and then the small bits and pieces to the airplane, including our fancy trapeze lock, our hook, which goes roughly there. So you see, we're getting there. You know, we've got a ways to go, but now you can see the rudimentary outline of our parasite fighter Sparrowhawk. I'm going to build a scale blimp, a model of the Macon in the same scale, 1/10. Yeah, it should fit in my front yard, and then fill it with helium. No, I'm not going to do all that. I'm just messing around. It would be fancy. I mean, that would be definitely a conversation starter if it was all hanging out there. But no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to build a Macon or an Akron or any of that stuff. We're just gonna build this airplane here. But there you can see the rough configuration of her. How she's gonna kind of look. How big she is. That's a big airplane model. That's bigger than. It's larger scale than the Stearman Cloudboy. This is 1/10. The Cloudboy was 1/12. 1 inch equals a foot. This is slightly larger than that to scale, but anyway, it's about the same size. When it's completed, it'll be about the same size model as the big Stearman. Actually, maybe even a little larger. So, big kit, big airplane. Lots of balsa wood went into this one so far, and more to come. Still quite a bit more I'm going to need here. Oh, and here's a thought I didn't realize. That is probably wider. You know, I'm probably going to have to add a stringer because I don't have sheet stock that wide from stringer to trailing edge. That's more than 4 inches. Now I have a situation. I actually have to add another stringer. Well, that's good. That's all right. We'll do that. That's not a problem. We'll get right on it. All right. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.